by the
creepy doll.
So Kathleen, you are a charming and delightful individual, queen of trolling, and many other things. And I would like to share a couple of little anecdotes about you that your father told me from when you were a tiny babby. Well, sort of babby.
I think we'll find that I was the queen of trolling even at a very young age.
Is chat ready for a babby Kathleen story? Hi, Kathleen. All right, so just as a reminder, I've been collecting childhood stories from parents of Desert Bus crew members that I'm going to donate $8 a piece for. Steve has also donated for these, as well as his awesome friends.
Seneca Broadcast Television.
Seneca Broadcast Television. They have donated for these wonderful stories, and if you like them, please feel free to throw in a few bucks, and I am reading some wonderful stories, and I have more to come. You have not heard my childhood story, but yes, I did allow my mother to also contribute, so don't worry, you will. Maybe we'll have Jeremy read that one. Ooh. So I owe Kathleen, an extra $10 donation because she and I had a little bet that the first story her father told me would be this one, which was that when she was about 2 years old, I believe, when her sister was being born, they were at the hospital. Kathleen was getting very, very bored. Oh, I'm sorry. Chat, thank you for listening to these wonderful stories. You know, you are the best, chat. I love you guys so much. You're just wonderful. I haven't complimented the chat yet. So when Kathleen was about 2, they went to the hospital for her little sister to be born, and she was very bored, as most people would be in a hospital, never mind a 2-year-old. And so one of the nurses took her downstairs to see the goldfish, and that was very exciting. But Kathleen came back very disappointed because, in fact, these goldfish that she had been promised were not gold, they were yellow. And she let it be known how upset she was about this fact.
I had been cheated.
Yes. 2 other little anecdotes. Her father also told me that in high school there was a protest that Kathleen was very excited to be part of, and the way that Kathleen was part of that protest was by spending all of her time the night before making protest cookies.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Oh, wow.
And finally, wow, that is weird. That's like the dress I had on last year. You just remember when I became the chat? It's the same effect.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
There you go. At one with the chat.
Oh. So the final little anecdote is that Kathleen, when she was young, they would do many hikes. This may have been back when you still lived in New Zealand, perhaps. It must seem like a good place for hiking.
I don't know where this anecdote is going.
I'm not sure, but Kathleen liked hiking quite a bit. They went on hikes. But Kathleen had a special way of hiking. Kathleen's way of hiking was to grab onto her dad's backpack and let him pull her up the hills, and that was the best way to go hiking.
That's a good one.
Much efficiency, that's right. And you know, one more. Ian, can you come over here?
Okay.
So those are tiny babby Kathleen stories, and they're quite charming. And you know, Ian's mom was more than happy to oblige with delightful stories. So we read a couple about him last night, and I have just a couple more little anecdotes. The first one is that Ian likes to cook. You may recall last year when he properly identified whisking over the phone line when Justin McElroy called in. He's definitely a good cook.
Thank you.
So I'm supposed to ask if you still make your Caesar salad dressing from scratch.
I do, yes.
So apparently he tried this back in the day. He put the raw egg, oil, vinegar, spices, all that in a Tupperware container. It was all going well. Very impressive. Just, mix them up and shake and pour. But aggressive shaking is a problem if you don't put the top of the Tupperware container on correctly. And Ian has a strong shaking arm. So the lid popped right off, and the entire kitchen and whole eating area was covered in Caesar salad mixture. And dinner was very late, and he was not very popular that
And
night.
if you're using the proper anchovy oil, that does not make for a nice cleanup.
No.
All right, here's my favorite Ian story. Ian apparently developed a love of birds when he was a little boy, and so his parents thought that a budgie would be a good thing to get. So they got a budgie, and the budgie was a fantastic pet. Ian would play soccer with him on the kitchen island. The bird enjoyed cuddling and spending time together. Now, young boys are not always keen on brushing and flossing their teeth.
Oh no.
So Ian is I told you it was my favorite. Ian is a great problem solver, and he learned that if he opened his mouth, the bird would be more than happy to clean his teeth for him.
Oh, wow.
It's not creepy. No, it's not creepy.
No, not at all, right?
Nope.
So he had a very special bond with his budgie.
Very special.
It's especially funny because my next bird that I had back when I was just out of university used to clean my ears in the same fashion.
Oh, that's gross.
It's a little disturbing.
Fine, Kathleen?
You didn't incorporate
Try
any of
not
this
to
into your
bark.
cooking practices,
Nope,
I hope.
Are we still doing compliments, or can we just call you right out on that?
Yeah, we're done.
You're a well-dressed fellow, Ian, but that's weird.
Thank you.